Welcome to the show this Saturday morning. I want to welcome you to the COVID-19 edition of the Droplets live show. Um, it's no longer news, it's all over everywhere that COVID-19, coronavirus, is ravaging the entire earth. It's become a challenge for world governments, become a challenge for world leaders, to curtail the pandemic that has visited our world this time around. This is very, very challenging for us all. A very challenging time in our generation, a time where things, things are a little bit, tight. There's restriction of movement in so many countries. Some countries are on total lockdown. You dare not even step outside the compound of your house. You probably get arrested or you get beaten up. All right. But today we want to look at how does it affect our relationship or our marriage? The stay-home order. Here in Lagos also we've been asked to stay home. We've been asked to sit at home. So many employers are making sure that their workers are able to work from home. They are trying to make sure that their employees can still deliver on their task, on their deliverables, even while at home. Now, what is the effect of this work from home or stay at home order that the government has given? Churches no longer meet as usual again. So many churches have gone online, to have live streaming of their services and the likes like that. Even the mosque as well. All right. But what exactly does this really affect our relationship? Does it affect our marriage at all? We're going to be looking at that today after we come back from this break. Welcome to the Droplets live show. Sit back and enjoy. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Droplets NG. Okay, welcome back again. Again, we're looking at the effect of coronavirus stay-at-home order on our marriages and on our relationship. I'm not going to be telling you number 1, 2, 3 today, but it's going to be like a discussion that I'll be discussing and talking about it. The comment section is open in case you want to drop a comment or you want to drop a question. There is open right now. You can drop a comment, you can drop a question, and I'll be sure to acknowledge your comment and your questions over there. And if you're watching me right now and not subscribed to this channel yet, I'd like you are able to subscribe to this channel. Again, there in the comment section, I will acknowledge it and I'll read it out for everybody to hear. Again, if you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel. Very important. In that way, you're supporting what I'm doing and you're supporting making sure that relationships are in peace and at peace. Okay, so let's go straight to what we are here for today. How does coronavirus stay-at-home order affect our marriages? I'm going to be showing us some headlines across on two websites that I came across during the week, and I would like us to look at it and consider what they are saying. Now, consider this headline. This headline says, as couples self-isolate due to coronavirus, lawyers expect rise in divorces. Lawyers expect rise in divorces. And why is that actually? Why are lawyers expecting divorce cases, divorce requests, divorce, filings to increase? This is happening especially in the United States and in the UK. I am not sure about Nigeria yet. Maybe I'll need to contact a divorce lawyer, and try and find out what exactly is happening with marriages in this era of stay at home or work from home. we need to consider carefully what effect this can actually have on our marriages, on our relationships. I'm going to show us another website again, this time around from China, where the COVID-19 virus actually came out from, where it emanated from. The coronavirus emanated from China in the city of Wuhan. I don't know if I pronounced that well. Wuhan. All right, Wuhan. Okay, so a lot of things happen to couples in that country, and we're going to be reading some of the things some of the couples are talking about in China, even after getting out of their quarantine. Okay, like take for example this particular website. It's called Radai China or something. Okay, and they have this article written, "Love in Time of Coronavirus: How Quarantine Led to a Divorce Rate Bump in China." How quarantine led to a divorce rate bump in China. Could the recent spike in China's divorce rate be teasing out deeper-rooted issues in modern-day relationships and marriages? You know, that's a very important question that needs to be asked. Why did the divorce rate in China suddenly, bumped up, suddenly increased? Why is it now on the rise in China? We're going to be seeing some of the things that came to be, some of the things that some people, talked about in China, some of the comments made by some people in China. Now, look at this, for example. It says, the trend has caused many users of Weibo. Weibo is a social social media platform in China, to remark the first industry to rebound in China is divorce. Do you know what that means? Which means that the divorce rate in China really increased. So when China started releasing people from quarantine, the divorce industry experienced a lot of patronage, in the sense that so many couples started filing for divorce. So many of them started asking that their lawyer file for divorce for them. So it was like, wow, this a bonanza for the divorce industry in China. And it's important that we take a deep thinking about this. A deep thought about this. Why did this happen? Why did this occur in China? All right, why did it occur in China? Let me read another quote here. It says the quarantine restricted movements such that couples could peel away the layers of routine, work, and mundanity to truly examine the relationship and the state of their interaction. Consider that couples don't really spend like the entire 24 hours together at home. And this time around, because of the stay at home, work from home, no movement order that the government has given, we find out that families now spend much time together at home. Depending on how big your apartment is, you are all together at home. And this will bring about some things that are not existing before. And that is why it's as if in China, divorce rate has actually gone up. We're going to look at another quote again from somebody else. This one says that I'm doubling as both the man and the woman in this family. With the outbreak of the virus, my in-laws and husband are also avoiding physical contact with me, as they are worried I might have contracted the virus. Great. That particular quote from that young woman really, goes deeper than what you've just read. Take, for example, a husband and a wife who are together, who loved each other, who really admire each other a lot, now discovering or suspecting that Maybe you as the husband, you're suspecting that your wife has contracted the virus or might have contracted the virus. You want to isolate her, and then she feels somehow that I'm not infected, I've not contracted the virus, and all she had said, didn't really mean anything to you. In fact, you've given her isolation inside isolation in your apartment, which means which is put her in a room somewhere. Don't come out. Let's wait for 14 days to come out before you actually step out of the house. And this may not go down well with the woman, and thereby feeling a whole lot of things within. A lot of thoughts may start coming in, from within her mind and what she may be thinking about. This is really, really important that we start thinking about all this. Let me just show you the rest of some other quotes from this page. Okay, let's look at this one. This one says that we've been at home together over a month and haven't spoken more than 10 sentences to each other. Even though we are both at home, it feels like I'm living like a widower. Wow. This is really, really deep. Yes, it's happening. It's really happening. I'm going to be speaking around all this very shortly. I just want to see if I have another quote there. I think that is the last one I have there. Yep. So, coronavirus. What effect is it having on your own marriage, on your own relationship? What effect is it having? Is it helping your relationship to get better, or it's making it worse? Couples today need to understand that you need to decide on how you are going to use this time, this period of staying home and not going anywhere, spending the entire 24 hours with your spouse or your partner. You need to know how, you need to decide how you want the end result to be. Like the quotes we've read, in China, I'm not sure how they live their life there, because I've not been in China, I've not been to China, and I've not lived in China. Okay, I'm not sure how they live their life, but I want to assume that they work most of the time. China is an industrious nation, producing this, inventing this and that. So you can imagine that the couples there may really be spending less time together, with themselves. All right, and that will result into them not knowing each other more. So during the period of the quarantine, it's possible that they started discovering things that they never discovered, about each other before. They started discovering them, and they started wondering, can I really live with this? Can I really? I mean, what's like? I didn't know this is how you are. What's like? So this is who you are. Starts coming up, and at the slightest chance of the quarantine being lifted, they started fighting for divorce. Question is, how much do you really know your partner? How much big heart do you have to accommodate some of the things you will discover about your partner in this period of stay at home? A lot of us are going to be discovering new things about our partner. We're going to be discovering new characters, new way that our partners are doing things, and we're going to wonder that, really, what's going on here? While some of us are really, really going to make the best use of the time to get to know our partner the more, to get to spend quality time with our partner, which one would you actually choose? This stay at home order should be a positive opportunity for couples out there, for marriages out there, even for relationships out there. It should be an opportunity for you both to spend time together, talk about those things that have been pending in time past that you've not had time to talk about them, and start planning life, because this definitely is not the end of the world. I can assure you of that. It's not the end of the world. The world will overcome this. Definitely there are more that is going to come, more challenging times that are going to come, but this is not the end of the world. So both of you need to ensure that you make use of this moment, work from home opportunity that you have to really bond together, to get to know yourself more, to get to know who you're living, who you've been married to get to know who you've been in relationship with. For those who are not married, it's a time to really get to know each other more. All right. There's a video I would have loved to play. Let me see if I can get that video up. This video talks about another aspect of what we are really reviewing today. Let me see if I can get that video up so that we can see it. Just give me a minute. Okay. Let's get you up. Let's get it up right now. Just give me a few minutes. Almost there. Okay. Right. Okay. I have that video right now. So I'll play that video for you. Just listen to what is going on there, what is happening there, so you understand another aspect coronavirus is having on marriages and relationship. And it's a bit funny, but it's a serious matter. Okay? It's a serious matter. So just take a watch.
With the stay home, work safe order just hours away from going into effect in San Antonio and Bexar County, couples are scrambling to get their weddings in. Eyewitness News reporter Jaleesa Irizarry shows us those saying I do.
Is everybody ready?
They say a wedding doesn't have to be expensive to be memorable.
Yuen and Rafael.
And right now,
You are here today
that's never been
to declare your love for one another.
more true.
Now to be joined in marriage.
This wasn't what Ewan and Raphael had in mind when they first thought about their wedding day. But this is what a pandemic proposes.
We were supposed to get married on the 29th, but we just saw the news and we realized that it wouldn't be open.
And this couple isn't alone.
601, 602, 603.
Carrie Esparza with Texas Wedding Ministries booked 7 weddings within minutes of the city announcing a stay-at-home order would soon take effect.
Well, it's been a lot of panicked couples. It's a big change for them. A lot of people have been planning their weddings for years sometimes. And then all of a sudden, bam, they can't get married.
And that's where Esparza's business steps in.
So now, by the authority vested in me,
For the next few hours, her officiants will try to marry as many couples as they can,
you may kiss your bride, sir.
especially those whose wedding licenses could expire while the stay-home order is in effect.
Correct.
Efforts that are much appreciated by this couple.
Yeah, this is really important for us to get this done and be married.
Oh, look at each other, big smiles.
Working to give couples,
There we go.
maybe not the wedding of their dreams, but one they surely won't forget.
Got it.
Jaleesa Irizarry, KENS 5, Eyewitness News.
Esparza's business is actually going to...
Okay, let me just stop it there. As you can see in that video, we have a couple of people rushing to get married before the lockdown is being effected. You understand? So, I mean, that's another effect that coronavirus is having on some people, some relationships out there. Some people are rushing to just go get married. They don't even care about the crowd, just they themselves, whoever is joining them, the pastor, photographer, just take some pictures and then let's get married. Okay, before the whole lockdown happens, and then nobody is able to come together to get married again. Even the marriage registries lockdown, happening. This is not in Nigeria, quite all right. But then there are a lot of things that coronavirus is affecting, as you also know. And part of what is affecting is relationships and marriages. Some marriages are going to come out of this coronavirus crisis being stronger, while some are going to come out being divided. The choice is actually yours to make. All right, it's both of you that are going to decide: do we want to come out strong? Do we want to come out divided, or we want to come out as one? Okay, because a lot of things are going to be happening while both of you are just at home together. Take, for example, if your husband or your wife is working from home, you need to know have a feel, at least a tiny feel of the kind of work your husband is doing or the kind of work your wife is doing and all that. And there's a lot of things that are going to happen. Like some couple may find out if their husband or their wife is having an affair out there, because the side chick or the side guy may want to call and contact, and you begin to see how long your husband or your wife spend on the phone. It's important that you know how you handle these discoveries that you may discover during this period of stay at home. And as much as we have some negative things that may happen, we have so many other positive things that may happen as well. One of which I've mentioned, which is spending quality time together with your partner, discussing things, planning, talking together, joking together, playing games together, watching movies together, bonding. All these things will bond the two of you together. It will cause the two of you to really get to know each other more. All right. While I was thinking about this topic, something came to mind. And should couples be having sex during this coronavirus outbreak and the order of stay at home? It's a very common question, and it's important that we put a perspective on this. And from my own point of view, I think that couples who wants to be having sex during this coronavirus must ensure that both of them are not at the risk at any point in time. I've not been at the risk of getting this coronavirus at any point in time. Otherwise, during the sexual activity, it's a very easy way for the virus to be transferred from one person to another. All right, because they said if someone who is infected sneeze on you or something, the virus also will come out, okay, from the sneeze or the cough, to that person, which means the virus can be transmitted from kissing, okay. And in sexual activity, kissing is involved. And so what should couples do? What should they do? Like I've said, I cannot tell you what you should do right now, but I think you need to be careful. Take caution very seriously. I have a comment here from Tosin. He said, I was going to say that for faithful couples, it's an interesting time to stay at home together, bonding time. Yes, very interesting time to stay at home and bond together. Okay, but now going back to the sex thing, just be careful. Okay, if you know your partner is not infected, you're sure he or she has not been in a play or in contact with somebody who have been confirmed to be infected, to be positive of the coronavirus, then fine, all is well. And then you still do the practice of washing your hands, sanitizing, making sure that everything is clean, sanitize the entire house, sanitize the door handles, even up to your gates downstairs. Make sure they are all sanitized to prevent coronavirus. Now, it is also the responsibility of the couple to keep the entire family safe. Your children, for those of us who have children, we need to keep our children safe and encourage them to wash their hands, encourage them to use the sanitizer, encourage them to stay indoors and not go out there. And one way to really keep the children at home and encourage is make sure you subscribe to your cable TV. Put it in children's channel, let them be watching the channel, or you get some games in the house, let the children play the games, keep them busy. Also, when it's time for them to read their books, you can have them read their books. I also understand that some schools also are trying to give lectures to children online through the school portal and all that. Make sure you know the time and have your children sitting for those lectures and those teachings that their schools may have organized. I also understand that some schools are getting teachers to go, and those who are due to write exam, getting teachers to go to their students' homes and then give them the exam there, and then the student writes the exam and then they leave. But as much as it is, that is not really encouraging, because it involves the teacher leaving his or her house and moving to the student's home to go and write, for the student to write the exam. This is also a risk. Stay at home is the other. Let's all stay at home. Let's stay put at home and not run the risk of being infected. There are so many things to talk about, but I'm just going to limit it to what we have said so far. If you have comments, please put up a comment so that we can discuss about it. If you have questions, please put up questions. If you are watching this right now and you've not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. It's really, really going to help you and your relationship a lot. Okay, something just came to my mind. How about those who were into distant relationship before? This for those who are not married yet. You're in distant, or even if you're married, those of you in distant relationship, your husband travels a lot or your wife travels a lot, and because of this coronavirus, your husband or your wife have decided to come back home to stay with you. Isn't that good? That's a good one. But you must ensure you make the best use of it. Quit complaining about everything. Talk about things that encourage both of you, that will also make your love stronger. Discuss, chat together, watch movies together, play games together. You can have a jog around the vicinity with, the social distancing stuff in mind, okay, and try not to touch things that you see around, okay, so that both of you are safe together. So even for those of us in distance relationship, this also has an advantage. Take advantage of it. Don't be like the couples in China who are discovering negative things about their couples and then ending up divorcing each other. Okay, and that's not really what we want as children of God. We want to make use of this time, this moment, to really be together. Another thing we can do as children of God is to pray. Pray for the doctors who are in the frontline doctors, the frontline nurses who are fighting this disease, who are fighting this virus. Pray for them. Pray for God's protection, God's healing power over every one of them. Pray for those who are researching for the vaccine, who are researching for the cure, that the Holy Spirit will give them the wisdom, to overcome this. Give them the wisdom needed for the research, for good results, on time and right on time. There are many people dying out there, and at the same time, many are also surviving it. Most of those who are dying are the elderly ones. We need to pray for them as well, that God will help them to recover. Okay, help them to recover. And you, as the woman of the house, I know you're in charge of the kitchen, try as much as possible to make food or make meals that will help the immune system of your family, because that is the only way right now that we survive this coronavirus. The immune system, if it's strong enough, if you fight against this virus. Okay, thank you for your time, everyone. I really appreciate the time you've devoted to being with me online this video. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow is a regular show, regular edition that we'll be having. Today's own is the COVID-19 edition. So tomorrow we'll be having the regular show. Please make sure marriage vows, the basic marriage vows, what does it really mean exactly? What does it mean exactly? We'll be, dissecting what it means tomorrow. Please tell others to stay tuned to this channel. We'll be right back tomorrow for another exciting edition of the Droplets. Thank you again for joining me this morning. Stay safe, wash your hands, use your sanitizers, keep the social distance, don't go where you're not supposed to go. Just stay safe, all right? And pray for the people around you, pray for people out there, pray for the elderly ones, pray for those who are infected, pray for those who are running risk of infection, that God will keep everybody safe, that God will heal those who are already infected. Thank you guys for joining me today. Till I come your way again tomorrow, my name remains James. Bye-bye for now.